Nithyananda, what a beautiful, beautiful darshan. All of us were just showered with. Swamiji showered all of us through this auspicious, extremely beautiful darshan as Bhagavan Bhikshatana Murti form of Paramashiva. And Swamiji graced and blessed each and every single one of us. Understand, all of you, whatever boons and blessings and prayers that you have asked for, be rest assured, everything is granted. Whatever you got blessings directly from Swamiji for today, all those Swamiji will be manifesting for you. You will see how this shower happens to you. Just so like being so grateful for the way how Swamiji manifested for us today. And you're going to see experientially how these boons that you had asked for is going to be manifesting as a reality. The initiation all of us received today was that of Bhagavan Bhikshatana Murti's powerful principle of enriching, living, the power of living, where you start manifesting this extraordinary power to enrich and cause others reality. Now you are going to see even in your own life, just like how Swamiji is living, right? Swamiji does not have something for himself, like nothing, literally nothing that is there as his things, his own things. No, we all know that. We all have first-hand people who have experienced it. Everything, even the jewelry that Swamiji puts on himself, is only what a devotee has offered to Swamiji. It is to that extent where Swamiji lives his life for others. Life is for enriching. And this is a powerful principle Swamiji has showered us all with this powerful initiation. Anyone new that is sitting here? Anybody that's here that's completely new? Oshedhi Amarashekara. Nithyanandam, where are you from? Oshedhi, Nithyanandam. Nice to see you. So I hope I'm getting your name right. And Bharati Bhatt, Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam to all of you that are sitting here with us. Ma Leelavati, Ma Sumati. May I request all of you to also please come on camera. We are going to do a very interesting power now. Nithyanandam, Ma Leeta, you should actually get your children also and sit and do the power manifestation. Ma Parameshwari, come on, let us all enter into the power manifestation. Are you all ready? Let us do a round of power manifestation now. Please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Just connect deeply with Swamiji. How was the darshan for you? Did you enjoy today's darshan? Just connect with Swamiji. Connect deeply with Swamiji. See, that is the secret of power manifestation. Whenever you deeply connect with Swamiji, you're going to see how the powers start manifesting through you. Ma Oshedhi Amarasekara. Sorry, am I getting your name right? Nithyanandam, nice to see you here. Can you please post in the chat where exactly you're from? So now, shall we enter into the power manifestation? Are all of you ready? Please post in the chat. Are all of you ready? Great. So the power we are going to be manifesting is going to be literally manifesting Swamiji through us. And you're going to experience this power of enriching right now. See, there's a lot of misconceptions thinking that enriching means you need to go and share about just the program or just your experience with people. No. How Swamiji is causing your reality. You have that power with you now to be able to cause the reality of people. Just by connecting to people. You're going to actually first connect to Swamiji. Look through your third eye, and you're going to first be sitting as Swamiji. Listen carefully. This is a power where you're going to get to manifest Vak Shakti. Whatever words you tell will start becoming reality. You'll just see it. It's a very powerful power. You're going to be calling people and literally blessing them. You're going to be showering blessings to people. Ready? Listen. First few minutes. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Take any photo of Swamiji. You can even use the one that's behind me right now. You can just use this photograph. Sit as Swamiji. If you have some jewels or something that you want to wear, something that will make you visualize that you are Swamiji, you're going to be sitting exactly like if Swamiji is keeping like this. You're also going to keep your hands like this. Visualizing, and see, when you close your eyes, right, you usually visualize your face, your form as sitting. Instead, you're now going to be visualizing Swamiji and sit as Swamiji. Please start. I request all the participants to just sit, radiating the body language as Swamiji, visualizing yourself to be Swamiji. Come on. Please sit. Please settle down. Now, intensely you will start experiencing the power of Surabhi. You will experience the divine fragrance of Swamiji starting to manifest inside of you. You will actually suddenly smell a divine fragrance which is not there anywhere around you, but a unique divine fragrance will start emanating from you. You will start smelling it. And the moment you start smelling that, put it in the chat. Till then, just sit as Swamiji. I'm going to be playing the Mahavakya. I request all the participants to please do this. And it's a very interesting power. You're going to be manifesting Swamiji through you. Come on. I request all the participants to do this now. Sit as Swamiji, exactly the same body language. How you're seeing Swamiji sitting? Sit like that. And the moment you start experiencing any fragrance, any kind of fragrance that's coming inside of you, you'll feel like that particular object is not there around you. But you start smelling that fragrance. Wow. Now Pushananda is already smelling a fragrant flower smell. Wonderful. Now, whoever is already starting to smell a unique divine fragrance, pick up your phone and just close your eyes, connect, sit as Swamiji, okay? Just see through your third eye, Swamiji will show to you who exactly to call. You're going to call them and ask them whatever they want, just as Swamiji. Shower them with blessings. Tathastu, tathastu, tathastu. So be it. Just bless them. As Swamiji, bless them. Shower them with blessings. Do not even, in any corner of your mind, don't get self-doubt, because you are not the one who's going to be blessing. It should be Swamiji blessing through you. Please start your calls. Don't ask them anything else. Ask them what they want and you're going to be blessing. Ma Susan, Swamiji's fragrance are immediately marks. Rose and jasmine, great. Wonderful. My Hadlin Gomez is also posted, she's smelling rose smell, and my Yoga Mother is smelling ghee. Wow. Amazing. Start. Now all of you, just whoever is already starting to experience the fragrance, start calling now.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda
Now, Bharati, but don't worry. Sit and do the power manifestation now. Swamiji will take that. And if you had received Swamiji's blessings during darshan, simply the healing will happen. Don't even worry about it.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Intensely sit and manifest.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
You will experience a beautiful divine fragrance right now. You just see it starting to manifest in you right now.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Whoever Swamiji is showing to you in your third eye, just pick up the phone. You should only sit as Swamiji and bless as Swamiji. How Swamiji showers. Wonderful, Manasri Gunya. Now start your calls.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Rasik Patelaya, Ma Jayananda, Ma Mahima, all of you also sit and do. You literally smell the divine fragrance of Swamiji right now. Just sit. You should sit as Swamiji. Don't just meditate. No, I'm seeing many of you meditating. See, literally hold a hand as Swamiji. Like how Swamiji is sitting right now. Exactly sit like that. Your whole body language should be that of Swamiji. Instead of you, you should only be visualizing Swamiji. Sit as Swamiji and see how the power manifests. Aravind Menanaya, come on, you also do the power manifestation now.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I request everyone to intensely do it.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Sit as Swamiji. The moment you start smelling the divine fragrance, start the calls. Don't wait for some specific, it might vary. See, some of you might get basma, some of you might get chandan. It can be any fragrance. The thing should not be there around you, that's all.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Now, I request you all to continue. Just the moment you start experiencing this, start picking your phones and you can make the calls.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
All the participants, whoever is able to sit and do the power manifestation and able to already starting to do the calls. And if you had a breakthrough in these calls, please post it here in the chat.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Ma Bharati, also please post how you feel now. Do you feel better as you sit and do the power manifestation? Are you experiencing the healing also happening to you? Please do let me know in the chat.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda
Great. As all of you are continuing your power manifestation, we're going to be entering into a very exciting session. Here, Swamiji is going to be revealing about the cosmic logic and local logic. What is being cosmological and what is being locological? Very, very, very unique, exciting session. Listen to this deeply. It can open up even so many powers inside of you. Let's listen to the revelation now from Swamiji.
Please understand few things. Just like country functions with certain laws, cosmos functions with certain laws. Not knowing the law of the country cannot be an excuse for you not following the laws. Whether you know it or not, the laws of the country binds you. You are expected to know the laws and abide by the laws. Same way, not knowing the laws of the cosmos cannot be the excuse to escape from those laws. Every human being happened in the planet Earth is expected to know the laws of the cosmos and align the life in tune with the law of the cosmos. Please understand. If you know the law of the country and align yourself with that law and express your creativity, not only you will create wealth, the country's infrastructure will support you to live blissfully. If you are not aligning yourself with the law, naturally unexpected calamities. Same way, with the cosmic law, know the law, align yourself, the whole cosmos will support you. You are the ambition of cosmos. Your fulfillment is a joint venture between you and cosmos. Please understand. Your fulfillment is not just your responsibility. The whole universe, you may call it God, Shiva, Krishna, Rama, now Venkateshwara, whatever name you may use, but the whole cosmos is waiting to fulfill itself through you. So your ambition is the ambition of the cosmos. The biggest problem is when you do not know the laws of the cosmos, when you are not interested in aligning with the cosmos, the universe tries to align you. That is what you call as punishment. It is not. It is the signals sent to you by the universe to align yourself, to get back to the center, to get back to the source, to get back to the functioning. Please understand. The law of the cosmos is what we call karma. Law of the cosmos is what we call law of karma. The word karma should be understood from all its multi-dimension, as a noun, as a verb, as a mystical system, as a functioning method. In every dimension, in every aspect, when the idea karma is understood, automatically, naturally, you experience life much more alive, much more positive, much more experiential, much more centered. Karma is not just the simple theory which you learn from in the household. Oh, if you do good, good will happen. If you do bad, bad will happen. It is only an introduction to the karma theory.
Om. 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 Listen to this. Listen very carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I am going on counting like this, 10 crore, 20 crore, 30 crore, 100 crore, trillion, zillion. At one point, your mind stops cognizing and withdraws. Because your mind withdraws, don't think that space of zillions does not exist. Listen. 1 universe, 2 universe, 3 universe, million universe, billion universe, trillion universe, zillion universe. When I go to the numbers like a zillions, because your mind cannot cognize and withdraws, you think that does not exist. That is what is fundamental logic of the atheists. How many of you click with idea? Actually, what your mind can't cognize, you always think that does not exist. And from that cognition only you operate. How many of you understand this? Knowing things you don't cognize also exists and operating from that knowledge is spirituality. Whenever your mind can't cognize and you withdraw, immediately coming to the conclusion that which your mind did not cognize or can't cognize does not exist is atheism, stupidity, corporate shit. Your mind, all the bad words I use is on that. I know many more strong words I don't want to use, but all of you understand. If you just, wow, this one click is enough. Numbers I cannot imagine or visualize, cognize. Because I cannot cognize and withdraw does not mean it does not exist. It exists. If you start applying this one principle and start operating, even things your mind cannot cognize exist. If you just go with this logic, your logic will become cosmologic. Listen to this one truth. Your mind can cognize billion universe, trillion universe, even the word zillion universe. And what about that next word beyond zillion? Oh, it's okay. Let me have coffee. Where your mind stops and withdraws, you think beyond that, those things does not exist, and you start operating with only what you can cognize. That is what I call shit, logic. But knowing the things which your mind does not cognize also exist, and operating from that understanding, even the things which I do not cognize exist, gives you tremendous power, strength, energy, excitement. And it's like you are blown away with power. I tell you guys, just before starting this session, there was a big ferocious session going on in Kailasa about some work need to be done. I was telling them, I wanted to tell the same truth to all of you. To my Kailasa-vasis, to my Adina-vasis, I was telling, hey, listen, when Paramashiva manifests in this body as a power, energy, that energy brings money. So, when he manifests energy, he manifests tremendous compassion. That compassion also should be shown to people with this money in the form of service. Only then we are true to Paramashiva. How many of you are understanding what I am saying? I was trying to do some social service. Some of my Kailasa-vasis, Adina-vasis in Bididi and Thiruvannamalai, they were not cooperating. They were trying to throw tantrums and not doing the work which I wanted. Of course, almost all Kailasa does not do the work, the level in which I wanted and the speed with which I wanted. To them I was telling, hey, listen, when Paramashiva manifests in me, he manifests powers. That powers only brings money to Kailasa. And he manifests compassion also, along with powers. Always with the Shakti, tremendous Karuna comes. That Karuna should be made into service, activity. Only then we are true to Paramashiva. It's too simple truth. I was revealing to them. But this truth as a foundation of functioning on things which you can't cognize logically also exist. That knowledge is cosmology. You function logically, I function cosmologically. You think what your logic can't grasp does not exist, and with that is the attitude you function. That is why science feels very cozy, comfortable, resonating with you. Cosmic science feels like a distance. Knowing even things which your mind cannot cognize exists. From that understanding that things which is beyond your mind exists and functioning is cosmological. And third, from cosmological, when you start functioning, something extraordinary manifests in you, which is possible for every one of you. Listen. I'll tell you, living around me is nothing but I will actually put a drill bit on your head. Huge drill bit. And drill this whole truth inside you. And you have to live this truth. You will neither have a mental breakdown nor have a physical breakdown. You will just have a conscious opening. But people don't want that. They want to live in that cozy comfort zone shell. Listen. Because you cannot go beyond zillion, don't think zillions universe does not exist. Because you cannot cognize zillions, don't think zillions does not exist. Same way, logically, if you stretch me, see, listen carefully. Million. If it is logically stretched, billion. If it is logically stretched, trillion. If it is logically stretched, zillion. And beyond that, because you are not able to logically stretch, don't think that beyond that does not exist. Knowing the parts which you cannot logically stretch also exist, and functioning from that knowledge is cosmological. Forgetting the things beyond logic also exist, and functioning is locological. Local. Tara ticket. Just understand the difference between local, logical, and cosmological. Let me create new word. Locological. Locological. Locological, cosmological. When you know things beyond your ability to stretch your logic also exist and function from that understanding, you become cosmological. I'll repeat once more, listen. Million is, if it is logically expanded, billion, then billion, logically expanded, for example, you see, million. If you add 1,000 million, then it becomes billion, logically expanded, billion. And billion, when logically expanded, trillion. Trillion, when logically expanded, zillion. At one point, your brain gets tired of logically expanding, stops expanding and withdraws. When you withdraw, after that, you think the point you stopped going further. That zone which you did not logically think or cognize does not exist. You start working from the foundation of whatever is beyond your logic does not exist. That is why so much of blind spot about your life decisions. If you understand the parts your logic did not cognize exist and operate, that is cosmological. Listen. Even in my relationships with people, it will be absolutely cosmological. That is why with ordinary logic you can never understand why Swamiji relates with different people in different way. You can never understand. Because I operate with cosmology, means I know multiple lives of them. I know their multiple lives. You will never understand the cosmic right wrong if you are stuck in the social right wrong. Social right wrong is defined by the people who want to exploit you. Cosmic right wrong is defined by the beings who want to raise you to enlightenment. All your struggles, in the nirantaratva for complete completion is useless, irrelevant. That is why many times when I give the Guru walk to people, it will not look logical. Because it is cosmological. It's from the logic of the cosmos. It may not fit with your logic. Multiple evidences times, multiple evidences we have, multiple times. I'll reject somebody's $1 million donation because he was not integrated for $10. I'll say, he was not integrated in the $10 issue. I don't want any donation from him. Tell him to get lost. I'll not accept $1 million property, multi-million dollar properties donations because that fellow was not integrated for few cents. Because if he is not integrated in the few cents, he is dumping his property to as a dropping responsibility, not as a donation. So if he is dumping by dropping his responsibility, he is going to repent for donating later on. I don't want that. Many of my decisions you will never catch in your logic. Many of my guru work you will never catch in your logic. You will think, oh, it is such an unbusiness, unprofessional like decision. And the other day somebody was criticizing, Swamiji, what is this you are telling? Even if you are not able to be in Kailasa, it's okay, you give birth to a baby and bring up that baby, and after the age of 7, send that baby to Gurukul. People think that I am calling people to Kailasa to be productive. No, I am calling people to Kailasa for getting enlightened and manifesting enlightenment. Many of the devotees, they are messaging, Swamiji, you should call people who are already grown up, productive, inspire them to become Kailasa-vasis. Instead, you are telling, you give birth to a baby, at the age of 7, you send that baby, and even if that baby comes, then after that 20 years, we have to groom that baby, grow that baby, train that baby, and by that time, it will be 25. We don't even know whether that baby will be, want to be, when that person, when he grows up, he wants to be part of the Sangha, Kailasa, or he will leave. I said, listen, my focus is on enlightening more people. It is easy, very easy for a kid to grow up in this ecosystem and get enlightened. How many kids manifest powers and enlightenment is my productivity. That is the cosmological productivity. You can never understand the cosmological productivity by your logic. For you, the productivity means the money and number of people or the impact, influence we generate. No. For me, the productivity is how many kids, how many people manifest powers and enlightenment is conscious truths. So my logic is cosmologic. A normal person will never understand. I don't have any utility. Nobody can add anything to me. If you are interested in enlightenment, power manifestation, I'll go to any extent to make you feel as part of me. That's all. I'll do anything to make you feel as part of me. That's all. So, the way my logic functions is cosmologic. I plan from the cosmic, the Nityatva, not with the Nirantaratva. Even if it takes 25 years, when you give birth to a child and that child gets enlightened, that's the most productive for you. Understand, I am repeating. One of your DNA extension, anyone who gives one child to Kailasa, when that child starts manifesting powers and raises the consciousness, you will reach Kailasa when you leave the body. You will straight reach, because the DNA gets empowered. That is why all Shastras in all Sampradaya says, if one person gets enlightened, 7 generations of the past immediately given the space of Kailasa. Suddenly, some 7 generation elders will be picked up from the Pitruloka and said, you have been given a golden visa and residency card to Kailasa, please go. They will ask, why? Now, one of your great grandson is initiated by Swamiji and the baby is manifesting power and he has become enlightened. So because of that, the whole DNA, 7 generation, given golden visa and residency, green card to Kailasa, please go. Your ticket available here in next 3 minutes. These are existential reality, understand. I am not telling you story. Do you know the amount of struggle it takes to bring up, train the kids, evolve them, and make them manifest powers? And make them manifest enlightenment? But I tell you, that is the real productivity. The whole productivity of the Arunachala ecosystem is manifesting one Nithyananda. Not the number of people come and the crores of wealth comes in the hundi in the temple, or the millions of people go around the hill. All that is not counted as productivity. In Arunachala's list, when Arunachala Paramashiva sits and goes through his balance sheet, he will not be calculating, 100 crore came in the temple hundi. This year is productive. 10 million people are going around the hill doing Giri Pradakshanam. This year is productive. No, he is not going to look at that and feel that this year is productive. Wow. Nithyananda has become enlightened. Now he will manifest this ecosystem in multiple places and reproduce it. This year is productive. That is the way he considers, he calculates, he checks his balance sheet. That is the way I check my balance sheet. This many people have started manifesting powers. This many people have started manifesting enlightenment. This many people are manifesting Paramadvaita initiation. Yes, this year is productive. That is the way I see my balance sheet. the whole ecosystem of Arunachala, which Paramashiva created thousands of years ago, the productivity of that ecosystem is Nithyananda manifesting Paramadvaita. Now he will carry on. He will make multiple beings manifest Paramadvaita, and this will spread all over the world and revive the Kailasa. How can we operate from cosmological space? It is a simple practice. In everything you do, first remember you had many births. You will have many births as long as you want. These simple understandings, it means you don't need to so much worry about finishing it quickly, grasping. You don't need to squeeze the world for pleasure. I have seen so many men stupidly suffer. Oh, they have become already 60 and they have not had enough of so-called pleasures in their life. You don't need to worry. You can actually take another one body and come back and go on with what you want. This fundamental clarity in the cosmological way, when it enters into you, the decisions you take, lifestyle you live, will become cosmological. That's all. Hey, listen. Wanting to know more is excitement to live more. Excitement to live more is energy to produce more bodies. Understand? Even when you leave the body you are having now, you should have energy to produce more bodies so you can come back and enjoy as you want. Liberation is not achieved by frustration. Liberation is achieved by knowing you can have any number of bodies, but even if you have any number of bodies, end of the day it is just waste of life. Come on, let's relax in Paramashiva. Really, really, really more life, more consciousness, having more in life. So, the grand final punch, listen. If you understand, my logical extension, see, logical extension of me, I'll tell you, if Swamiji can open so many people's third eye, then naturally he has a third eye. Not only he is able to open anybody's. And if he can give so many powers to so many people, so many experiences, then what he is? Something which your brain does not want to cognize, but is there. It is there. My unmanifest, your brain may not want to cognize, but it is there. With that clarity, if you work, if you live, you are living enlightened life protected by me, surrounded by me. You are living completely in my own being. Because you can't grasp that which is beyond logic, my unmanifest, my avyakta. If you say, oh, it is not there, then, are you living with Guru, cosmological life, or local life? Think. That's all. Think this. So with this, think this whole thing. And now please type what you understood about what I said about the Guru, about me. Knowing my manifest exists even though you are not able to logically catch it, understand it, and living is cosmological life, denying my unmanifest because your logic cannot catch it, forgetting I have a huge unmanifest being. Because your logic cannot catch it, is local logical life. Developing logical reasoning is very good to keep your life excited. I tell you, if you use your reasoning ability, as a corrupt, bad, cheap negotiation strategy with life and others, you will constantly feel suffocated, deprived, cheated. Listen, if you use your ability to reason out, your ability to logically come to a conclusion with the tremendous violence, anger, just to fight with others, cheap, corrupt strategy to negotiate with life and others, you will feel suffocated, deprived, cheated, frustrated forever. Listen. Ability to reason out is the instrument, tool. In Sanskrit, we use the word antakarana. Buddhi is gifted to you by Paramashiva. First, develop that reasoning ability and reason out the great truth. You are Paramashiva. Listen. If you reason out you are Paramashiva, it's a conscious process. You can't just say, oh, I believe I am Paramashiva, so let me immediately manifest it. Understand? Your belief will become solidified cognition if you start reasoning out. Reasoning out with a fair reasoning out. I am not even saying you should look at the whole life with the eyes of the fairy tale, with the la la land, with the idea of the oasis. No, I am not even giving you some impossible, impractical cognitions. No. Reason out reasonably. Do not use your ability to reason constantly to negotiate with others and life. Don't use your logic, your ability to reason out in a cheap, cunning strategy method, a strategizing tool to negotiate with life, with others, with the world. A small story. My friend and his wife stayed in a hotel, got a bill for $90. He screamed, for what? $90. The desk clerk said, for room and board, sir. My friend said, room and board? We did not eat here. The clerk said, it was here for you. If you did not get it, it's your fault. If you did not eat it, it's your fault. My friend said, you take $40 and I am charging you $50 for fooling around with my wife. The clerk said, I never touched your wife. I have not even spoken to your wife. My friend said, it was there for you. If you did not take it, it's your fault. Understand? Do not use your ability to reason out as a cheap strategy for negotiation or a tool to negotiate in a cheap way.
Today, in Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, Sannyasa Yoga, 21st verse.
बाह्यस्पर्शेत्वसक्तात्मा विन्दत्यात्मनि यत्सुखम् स ब्रह्मयोगयुक्तात्मा सुखमक्षयमश्नुते बाह्यस्पर्शेष्वसक्तात्मा विन्दत्यात्मनि यत्सुखम् स ब्रह्मयोगयुक्तात्मा सुखमक्षयमश्नुते बाह्यस्पर्शेष्वसक्तात्मा विन्दत्यात्मनि यत्सुखम् स ब्रह्मयोगयुक्तात्मा सुखमक्षयमश्नुते.
बाह्य स्पर्शेषु असक्तात्मा विन्दत्यात्मनि यत्सुखम् सब्रह्म योगयुक्तात्मा सुखमक्षयमश्नुते. One who is not attached to the outer world, one who remains without resistance, when he comes into contact with anything external and discovers the ease with his self, being wholly intent on his connection with the Supreme, enjoys inexhaustible comfort. One who remains without resistance, when he comes into contact with anything external and discovers the ease with his self, being wholly intent on his connection with the Supreme, enjoys inexhaustible comfort. Bhagavan is giving a powerful method to liberate yourself from the patterns on depending external things. Sukham akshayam ashnute, inexhaustible comfort. One who remains without resistance, when he comes into contact with anything external and discovers the ease with his self, being wholly intent on his connection with the Supreme, enjoys inexhaustible comfort. Anything external. Beautiful word Bhagavan is using. Bahya sparshesh asaktatma. See, when anything external comes in contact with you, or you coming in contact with anything external, if it does not shake you, you are established in the experience of the self. You achieve inexhaustible comfort. I tell you, anything you can give up to achieve this experience. Because just the glimpse of the experience will solve the doubts. I tell you one thing. I am not giving you any high philosophy or teaching or preaching. I am just trying to expand your logic to a larger perspective. I am just giving you the big picture. See, now you all guys have come to Kailasa. So from day after tomorrow, we are going to start our journey. All of you may need to know that you will not even be able to take bath. You only can have wet wipes, wiping your body. Knowingly you undertook this discomfort. Just because this 2 days, 3 days stay, do not calculate about the trip based on this. It is marketing department. Yatra has not yet started. But all of you know, because you already spoke to people who came last year and you already studied, read the literature. Knowingly, you are taking up this risk. Why? Because you feel the darshan of Kailash, being in the presence of Kailash, is worthy of what you need to go through. I tell you, just because you know the big picture, the darshan and presence of the Kailash makes you feel worthy of the discomforts and uncomforts you may need to go through. I tell you, the darshan or the presence of the self is worthy of going through and giving up any number of bodies to establish yourself in this experience. See, Bhagavan says, remain without resistance, establish in the self. Even any external things comes in contact with yourself. You all can do this. When you try, you have some practical problems. I am trying, but if I go in the same line, I may lose my body. I may give up my whole life. I may lose this joy. I may lose that joy. I tell you, everything you think is worthy of losing. For this experience of the Supreme Self,
once I asked Kuppammal in my house, it's a Shaivite family, very traditional Orthodox Shaivite family. They have that Kedara Kauri Vratam done during the Deepavali time. It's like my whole family will gather and they will make so many that Deepavali sweets and other items. But you know, funny thing, none of the women will eat. Some of my grandmothers, they will even tie the cloth around their nose that they should not smell the sweets and savories they are making. I used to wonder, and then they will do vratam. My mother will do. I have seen this Ketara Gauri vratam from morning till night. Not only she will not drink water, whole day. It's almost like other than the air, nothing can go inside her. Other than breathing, nothing can be done. Very strict dry fasting. And of course, not only my mother, all other women in the household, grandmother, everyone will do the father's brother's wife and father's sister. It's like the whole family will do this vratam. It is done to Kedarnatha, Paramashiva, who resides in Kailasa, who comes down to marry Parashak Parvati, and the Kedarnatha. Even now there is a beautiful temple in Kedar. That main deity is called Kedarnath. Kedar is a highest Himalayan shrine where we go by walk and have his darshan, where Shankara, Adi Shankara, is supposed to have left the body, and even Jnana Sambandar sang about Kedarnath. I personally feel Jnana Sambandar even visited Kedarnath physically and then sang about Kedarnath. And anyhow, that vrata they will do, they will cook so much fast. They will not only they will not eat, they will not even smell. Offer it to Paramashiva And they will read that story, Kedara Gaura Vratam, Kedara Gauri Vratam story they will read, and then they will worship Kedarnath and Devi, Gauri Parashakti. And then all that they offered, they cooked, they will distribute it to all the friends, family, everyone. Of course, none of my family people know the reason. They know that it's a tradition we follow. I went to Kuppammal, my guru, Vibhudanandapuri. I asked her, can you tell me the reason? She smiled and said, that is the symbol of Tyaga. You cook, but you don't even allow that smell to create desire in your body. You do nirahara, not even nirahara. It's just complete liquid, not even liquid allowed. Dry fasting, full dry fasting. And then you cannot even engage a thought, oh, let the puja be over after offering to deity, I will eat. No. After it is offered, it has to be distributed to friends and family. You cannot eat. It has to be given to other extended family. The family which cooks, they cannot eat. It has to be given to the extended family and friends. One nice thing in திருவண்ணாமலை that even the Muslims, Christians, all of them are very thick friends, and Muslims also will accept temple prasadam. That's so nice. Anyhow, let me come back to the story. I asked Vibhudanandapuri, tell me, what's the reason? She said, that is to train the system for Tyaga. You cook, you make everything. Not only you are doing dry fasting, you don't even allow the smell of that to enter into your system and create desire. And you can't even plan mentally, I will eat this after the puja, after the worship is done, after it is offered to deity, I will eat. No. I tell you, this Tyaga awakens your Kundalini. Even if you need to go through abuses, negativity, attacks, persecution, digest everything, go on giving best things to the world. Be Tyaga Raja. Go on sacrificing. Yes, society will rate you, society will hate you, society will judge you, society will beat you. After all this, how you swallow everything, and then what you contribute to the world is real you. That is what is the real you. Society will give what it has, but after digesting everything, you give what you need to contribute to the world. That is Tyagaraja. See these Tarugavana rishis. They have sent all demons on Paramashiva, all weapons on Paramashiva. He stopped all of it. He made all of them as his abharanas and his ayudas. After digesting everything, he gave Paramashiva Jnana to those rishis. Understand? That is Tyaga Raja. After all that abuse, attack, everything,
He gave Paramashiva Jnana to Tarugavana rishis. He just swallowed all the attacks and gave Paramashiva Jnana to Tarugavana rishis and to the whole world. Understand? Tyaga is the biggest power you can manifest, which will burn away all the powerlessness, and all the powerlessness you made it sacred by justifying to yourself and justifying to others. First thing, listen. Do not justify your powerlessness, failures, arrogance, inability, or any other negativity you have. Do not justify. That's the first statement. Next, do not justify to yourself and do not justify to others. That's the next statement. Third, Tyaga makes all your powerlessness irrelevant. Even if you have made some of your powerlessness sacred by justifying it to yourself and justifying it to others, Tyaga makes your powerlessness irrelevant. Paramashiva is Tyaga Raja. Tyaga Raja. Let me define the Tyaga. Whatever is thrown at you, you don't care about any of it and swallow everything, digest everything, burn everything away, and you go on giving the best, highest positive possibilities and powers to the world. All the powerlessness, negativity, abusal, attack, everything thrown at you, you just swallow them, burn them away, destroy them. But you go on giving absolute positive possibilities and powers to the whole world. That is called Tyaga. Paramashiva is Tyaga Raja. I want all my sannyasis and Kailasavasis to become Tyaga Rajas and Tyaga Ranis. Of course, if Paramashiva is Tyaga Raja, Parashakti is Tyaga Rani. Understand? The power of Tyagaraja Swami.
I tell you, learn Tyaga in every step. That's the highest power manifestation you can do. The patterns which becomes juicy and inspires you to justify their existence. For example, morning you don't get up in Brahma Muhurta and do yoga. After some time, you start justifying that pattern. Oh, I think that morning sleep I can't give up. That's too important part of my life. See, from the young age, I grew up like that because my stepmother used to torture me in the daytime. Only that morning I can escape from her. So, morning sleep is important for me. That's it. The moment you justified and gave reason over, that powerlessness becomes empowered powerlessness. Empowered powerlessness is the powerlessness square. And when you justify this to others, it becomes arrogance. Empowered powerlessness cube, arrogance. When that stupidity is added to it, then it becomes destruction. How the self-doubt becomes self-hatred, self-denial, and self-destruction. End. SDHDD, not just SDHD, SDHD square. SDHDD. Self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial becomes self-destruction. The existential truth is your bunch of pattern. If you remember that, raising yourself to vibrate with the universal truth will be too easy. Deciding to raise yourself to vibrate with the universal truth is tapas. And if you understand and remember continuously your bunch of pattern, tapas will be too easy. Because you know, you don't need to change, your patterns only need to be changed. But if you start cognizing you are your pattern, then you feel the pain. Oh, I have to change. I am being asked to change. I am not accepted as I am. Fool. Even you should not accept you as you are. You are a mess. If you think you are patterns. But actually you are not a mess. If you understand the patterns are separate from you. You are just bunch of patterns. Those patterns can be easily changed. Unclutching from patterns and understanding patterns are yours but not you. Patterns are yours but not you. Liberates you. Liberates you. Patterns are yours but not you. Whenever you take the responsibility with the cognition of Tyaga, intense power manifests in you. Because Tyaga, by its very nature, manifests
Paramashiva in you. Tyaga is preparation of your being for Paramashiva's being to manifest in you. Tyaga prepares your being for Paramashiva's being to manifest in you. Understand? Preparing your being to manifest your being. Listen, preparing your being to manifest your ultimate being, Paramashiva. Tyaga is the absolute perfect strategy. Actually, if you start practicing Tyaga, you will understand it is absolute perfect strategy. This whole Pachapatini Vratam we are doing, along with Parashakti, Mahamayi, is preparing our beings for Paramashiva to land and manifest. I am absolutely enjoying this Pachapatini Vratam. Absolutely enjoying the Pachapatini Vratam. Listen. Healing your consciousness from this delusion of society. Whatever human society has taught you, those delusions, healing your consciousness from the delusions is liberation. The fundamental principles you learnt about you are absolute delusion. The idea you carry about your pleasure, you are good, you are bad, all you learn from society based on delusory ideas. Everything is delusion. Understand? The conscious principle of you is more prominent than earth, air, water, fire, space components and elements in you. But the whole idea society teaches you is your body. From that fundamental delusion,
everything taught to you is layers and layers of delusion. Healing your consciousness from these delusions is liberation. And I tell you, this whole Pachapatni Vratam, I am doing it along with Parashakti, with the grace of Parashakti, not only to heal the world from coronavirus, to heal all of us from the delusions of society. Sacrificing pleasure is very easy. Sacrificing your pain is the real tyaga. Understand? Sacrificing everything which gives you pleasure is very easy. Sacrificing your guilt, your pain, your feeling you are not competent, your feeling of failure. Understand? When there was an attack on you, naturally, you will have some points where you missed. In war, no one can be completely perfectly perfect. Arey, Krishna missed many things in the war. Krishna missed Abhimanyu. End of the day, you can justify anything you want, but every loss, whether Abhimanyu or the Panchabandava's sons, all of them were lost because Krishna missed it. He could not protect. Naturally, he is also functioning within certain frame. The power of Arjuna's energy is undeniable, no doubt. But at the same time, he cannot completely make Karna's tapas, Aswathama's tapas, all their weapons, everything into zero. He has to give some balidana. He has to lose some people. He only chose who should be protected completely, who can be no other way left. So understand, even in your life war, you will never be perfect. You can never be perfect. Sacrificing the pains that is created inside you by your feeling that you should have been more intelligent, you missed it. Even that is tyaga. Understand? Listen carefully. Listen intensely. And listen carefully. If you are able to listen to me and hear me clearly, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. Yes. Listen carefully and intensely. Listen. All wars should be avoided for the larger good of the humanity. But if war is forced on you, you should be very clear, you will never be a perfect strategist. Maybe winning strategist. You might have won the war. That does not mean you are a perfect strategist. There will always be one or two places where you will repent later on that you should have done a better decision. Whole life, if you look at that, reality. Understand, you can always sacrifice the achievements, pleasantness, bliss, joy related to your past. You can always forget that you completed PhD. But you can never forget you got delayed for one of your examination because you spent time with your girlfriend, or you slept and you did not appear for that examination. That pain you will be carrying even now. Sacrificing the past related pains. Understanding even factually, many of your pains are unjustified and incorrect. Understanding even factually, your pains are not supported, justified by the reality, real happening is completion. I am repeating. Even factually, as per the real happening, what has happened, if you look what has happened from all dimension, even your pains are not justified. Your pains are not really right. Even your pains do not have justification to exist in you. If you see the past happenings multidimensionally, is completion with the past. I tell you, how much ever you say, no, I know I have some pains which are absolutely justified. No. You may be Guni, you may be Kaikeyi, you may be Surpanaga, you may be Danganaka Duck, Danganaka Dick, I don't care. You are wrong. Listen carefully. Listen again. I am repeating. Looking at your past with the multidimensional logic and understanding, and waking up to the truth, your pains, your sufferings are not justified even logically, even factually, even as per the reality of happening, is completion. Doing tyaga of the false idea, many wrong things have been done to you. Lot of injustice is done to you, is the real tyaga. Understand, only if you have done the sacrifice of your pain and justifications for your pain, you will understand, even in the past, you existed as Paramashiva, and you will gain confidence. Even in the future, you can manifest your Paramashivattuva. This is the fundamental truth. And there will be gap between what I am saying, what you think as your reality. I know there will be few people saying, no, Swamiji, you don't know my life, Swamiji. You don't know my life. I have pain, I had pain, and it is justified. I can sit with each one of you individually and make you understand every incident, every time you felt you have been wronged, injustice is done to you, you have been given pain, you have been a victim. Every situation, I can take it out and show you multidimensionally and make you understand you have not been wronged. Even the facts, you got it wrong. That is why you feel you have been wronged. Understand? End of the day, whether you believe or not, I am Paramashiva. From that space, I am talking to you. And I am here to expose your false identity to you and make you real Paramashiva. Understand? When I claim I am Paramashiva, I am not claiming exclusivity. I am claiming my reality and your possibility. I am not claiming anything exclusive. I am claiming my reality and your possibility. That is why I am saying, I have changed the word. I am also Paramashiva. I am not going to claim anymore, I am Paramashiva. I am going to claim only, I am also Paramashiva. Understand? If I am successful in making you sacrifice the one pattern, you have been wronged. There was many injustice done to you. You have been victim. You have been cheated. Life has tortured you. Life could have been little more better. Life could have been more sympathetic. Paramashiva could have been more compassionate to you. All these patterns, if I make you sacrifice, if I make you do tyaga of all these patterns, my job is done. My job is done. You will start manifesting, Swamiji, I am Paramashiva, Swamiji. You are right, Swamiji. I should not have tortured you so much to make you go through so much to make me understand this simple, straightforward fact. I should have got it the day one you told me. Understand, it is simple, straight reality. Every time when tyaga is cognized and manifested, you raise you to the next level of existence. Understand? I'll tell you some of the stories, training I had with my own gurus. Usually, the biggest question I face from disciples, devotees, Swamiji, I don't feel like doing tyaga, what should I do? Understand? Mind will never ever support you taking the decision of tyaga. Because it's like how will the mind give up its right over you? You see, mind exists with a tremendous confusion and by keeping you powerless. It derives its life by keeping you powerless. How will mind help you to do tyaga? Tyaga is like a fire. Mind is like a fungus, thrives in the dark, dirty water. It thrives in the dark, dirty water, stagnant in one corner. How will the mind allow the existence of Tyaga in you? No. It will try its best to stop you. Understand one thing. If you ate radish, you will belch radish smell. If you ate all confusion, powerlessness, this kind of thoughts, naturally you will belch powerlessness, fear, insecurity. No, I may try to do Tyaga now, but after 1 year I may collapse. Fool! Are you fool? More and more Tyaga you will only raise to next level in your conscious existence. I'll tell you what is Tyaga. It's like you got into an accident, vehicle crashed, you are almost gone other than one single breath to somehow push your body out and get out of the vehicle. That moment how you will push yourself and get out of the vehicle, that is what is declaration of Tyaga. Collecting your whole energy and pushing you, come on. I am declaring Tyaga of this old mind and identity. The whole thing. Understand? I tell you, that is the way Tyaga functions, that is the way Tyaga works out. Tyaga will never happen by your mind getting convinced and supporting you. It's not like a vacation you are planning, where everything will be in your favor and you say, oh, ha, jujil. No. Tyaga is breakthrough in your consciousness. I tell you, all the best moments in my life was decisions made in utter Tyaga. Never go back to what you vomited. Never go back to secured, cozy, supporting ambience. Renounce higher and higher. The moment you go higher, renounce that also. When you go next level, renounce that also, but never come down. I have seen how the Tyaga works. When I left the house to build one ashram, before even I completed that one ashram, see, I left the house to build one ashram in Tiruchengodu. Before even I completed that one ashram, I left Tiruchengodu to build a huge Sangha to Bangalore. Before even I completed the building of the big Sangha organization, I renounced that too to build this Kailasa nation. But nothing has left me. I have not renounced anything. End of the day, see that still the first ashram is getting constructed, getting completed. Second one is evolving in a full-fledged way. The third one is already happened. In Tyaga, you change the whole space inside. I tell you, I am giving you small examples. In Tyaga, you don't lose anything. You only lose one thing, the powerless mental setup. 20 years, extreme sincerity. I worked and made this, the Indian Sangha happen. It was extreme sincerity and hard work. If you see all the oneness capsules, the old videos, photographs, you will see how from scratch, every ashram, every Sarvanyapitam, I built, and every person I chiseled and built, trained. One person at a time, one property at a time, one building at a time, one deity at a time. That is the way I worked and made this whole Indian Sangha. Nithyananda Sangha in India, Kailasa in India. But I realize the situation demands me doing tyaga. Even for a second, I was not attached. The moment consciously I understood, cognized, hey, I think now, if I have to fulfill the ultimate goal Paramashiva has given me, I need to renounce, do tyaga of this Kailasa in India. Only then I will fulfill the purpose of Paramashiva, the Paramashiva's guidance, the goal he has given me, the Kailasa, Sri Kailasa. That's all. I decided, yes, Mahadeva. The elite way of doing tyaga is, yes, Mahadeva. As per your will. I tell you. That strength, see, my ability to do tyaga gives confidence on me about me. The biggest strength of your life is what you feel as your strength for you. I myself feel, I am a tyagi. I can give up anything. People who live around me, if they need to make only one statement about my life, that will be tyaga. I can renounce anything. I can do tyaga of anything. That's my strength. I sincerely recommend every one of you develop that confidence about you, in you. Understand? You having the confidence, I can do tyaga. of anything. It's like having private oxygen cylinder, emergency kit inside you for your survival. The strength I am carrying within me is that I can renounce anything. I'm telling you, it doesn't mean you need to throw away everything. It doesn't mean you need to renounce everything. You need to know when needed, I can renounce. That confidence, if you build in you, that is what I call tapas. I have a next question. Now that I learnt about karma, what can I do? How to make this practical in my life? Understand? Today I have revealed some of the most important sacred secrets about karma, shaken many of your beliefs, more than answering many of your questioned many of your answers. Don't even bother. Don't even bother about the action plan, because I have given you thinking plan. Encourage this new thinking plan, that is the action plan. All action plan without encouraging new thinking plan will be failure. When you have a new thinking plan, action plan is not required. Have this thinking plan. Have this thinking plan. People ask me, should I even try to change karma? Yes. Change your karma. But remember, karma means the thought current in which you are stuck.
The thought current in which you are stuck is karma. Discard it. Change it completely. Karma is, listen. Listen. Please. Listen carefully. Listen very carefully. Karma is not like your Rudrakshamala. If it is broken, you can restring and wear, or you can replace that broken bead with a new bead. Karma is not your Rudrakshamala, it is your diaper. You have to change it completely. Karma is diaper. You have to change it completely. You can't change part of it. You can't wash and reuse. Karma is not your soap or your shampoo or your mala to repair, reuse, wash. No. It is your diaper. When it is smelling, you have to change it completely. Even wash the area it was touching. If you feel stuck, you have to change it completely. Even the hand with which you changed it need to be washed. Next question, how do I decide what to change and what not to change in my life? Listen. Change everything that can be changed. You can't change which you can't change, leave it. Change everything that can be changed. The most important, the thought current, changing the thought current. Once you change that, everything which can be changed will be changed around you. Blessed are those who have nobody else in their life, who need to be changed when they change, or with whom they feel stuck when they change. Greater blessed of those with whom they share their life also change when they change. Blessed are those who don't have anybody in their life, who need to change when they change. Greater blessed are those who have people who change when you change. If you don't have anybody, you are not stuck with anybody, your change is your change. You don't need to wait for anybody else to change along with you. You are a sannyasi. If you have somebody in your life who changes when you change, you are a real grihastha. If you have somebody to hold you, even when you change, not ready to change, you are householder.
holder. Grihastha is not householder. Grihastha means moving, moving, moving. Graha, sthiti. The sthiti of grahas is moving, changing, changing, changing. If you are in the sthiti of grahas, grihastha. But the very word householder brings a different context. Householder. It is like suddenly after the aircraft lands, you put a bolt and nut and seal that into the runway. That is householder. Grihastha means the plane is let to fly like grahas. Next question. How to awaken to true purpose and highest potential? When you are ferocious to challenge anything which says it won't change, that ferociousness to change everything is what I call seeking. Ferociousness to change everything is seeking. Be a Kala Bhairava, Kali, to your very life. Be Sadashiva to your very life. Create what you want to. Maintain what you want to. Destroy what you want to. Hide. Put it into illusion what you want to. And grace, give your blessings to what you want to. Be Sadashiva for your life. That is awakening to your true purpose and highest potential. When Karna does dana, he gives away everything. He doesn't keep something to do charity tomorrow. That is the beauty of Karna. Karna doesn't think, oh, let me keep something so that tomorrow I can continue to do charity. No. What is, finish it. Understand? Same way. If you declare consciously within you, let me live enlightened life from this moment. All the unconscious patterns and negativity you developed loses power over you. Understand? For example, if you declare, let me become pure vegetarian from this moment, all the toxins you developed in your system due to non-vegetarian food melts away. Only if you fail and start taking non-vegetarian food again, those patterns come back. Otherwise, they get pushed into Sanjita, means the bank of karma. And if you don't get them back and reuse again and again, they get once for all burnt. I still remember I was 8 or 9-year-old boy sitting with two of my gurus. I had the fortune of having 4 or 5 gurus continuously making all their time and energy available to me. So two of my gurus, I was sitting with two of my gurus, and the temple bell rang. The lifestyle in Arunachala is so beautiful. You know it is morning only when you hear the temple bell. You know it is breakfast time by listening the crackers in the temple. Every puja, there will be temple crackers. All the 6 pujas, there will be temple crackers. Only listening to that sound we know the time. So the temple bell rang, means Nevedyam. The food is being offered to Sadashiva. Both my gurus immediately looked at me and said, go and bring the prasadam. After the Nevedyam is done, it will be given to all the devotees. It will be shared with all the devotees. They both were sitting in one corner and asked me, go and bring. I went to the place where they distribute the prasadam and waited. Puja was over. The rituals got completed and they started serving. And I stretched my hand and the priest gave one share. It's like one share itself will be almost like half a kg rice. In one big leaf they'll give. And then the pujari was telling, the pujari saw before going to the puja that I was sitting with both my gurus, and the pujari is very greatly devoted, highly devoted to both the gurus. So the pujari saw and told me, hey, take 2 more for them also, they are sitting. Take 1 for you, take 2 more for them. I was a little reluctant because one of the boy and girl who were my classmates are standing in the queue next to me. They will laugh at me, taking so much, all for one person. So for this purpose only you are sitting in the temple whole day. That's the way they usually make fun of kids. So, and I know already they are gazing at me in the mood of making fun. I felt little pride. I am from a big family, and again I have been told from beginning that you are from big family and you have to behave yourself like that in the public. So I told the pujari, no need, this is enough, and I brought the Nevedyam to both my gurus. They asked, hey, where is our share? Did the pujari not give? As if they both eat. Actually, both the fellows doesn't eat anything. Very rarely they will touch and put 2-3 grains in the mouth and give it to other people who are sitting with them. And I said, no, you don't eat. You eat rarely. This is more than enough for all 3 of us. They asked, no, did that pujari give or not? I said, yes, he gave. He wanted to give. He asked me,
take two more to both the Swamis. Then they asked, why did you refuse? No, behind me, my classmates are standing. They will make fun of me that I am taking so much. Am I going to eat so much? And for this food only I am in the temple. They will tease me. I don't want to get teased by them. So I brought only my portion. Till this moment they were very casual, laughing, smiling. Immediately I saw Kuppamal staring at my eyes and saying, go to their shop street and beg and bring the food. That's the word she uttered. They both own a shop. This means their father owns a shop. The same street where my father also owns a shop, and the whole street is literally ruled by my grandfather. He is the head of that whole association. So I always walk in that street with the pride. I'm a grandson of this guy, And all the shop owners are either family or friends. So any shop we enter and eat anything, whether it is jaggery or dal or anything in any of the shops is free, and we'll directly go and sit. And in village actually we know literally everyone's name, and it's a different lifestyle. But in that same street I have to beg now. All will make fun. What happened to your grandfather and his wealth? They will ask all questions and they will tell my grandfather. That is the next problem. That your grandson is begging in the street. Why you are not giving food for him? Of course, one good thing I had. I think this is the greatest boon Sadashiva gave. Just obeying the Guru Vak. I think that's the greatest wealth I brought with me, I tell you. The future may think, future may describe various things as my main contribution. Some may say my Gurukul is my contribution, and some may say the science of manifesting powers is my great contribution. Some may say science of enlightenment is my great contribution. But I tell you, the greatest thing I brought, which was useful for me, is surrender to the Guru Vak. If any of you feel in a very short span, in a very young age, in small number of years, I have done big work. Whoever feels, if you feel that, if you want to know the secret, I tell you, complete surrender to the Guru Vak, to the letter and spirit, that reduced lot of time wastage. The moment my Guru said, go and beg the same street, in the same shop and bring food, I know now it is a serious. It's not casual. It's not fun anymore. It means I have done something out of my pattern or out of the context which my masters are correcting. I tell you, I stood up, straight went to that street, begged, and brought whatever I got. Naturally, all friends, family, they all gave so many things. I have to take a small pulling cart. In villages, there will not be rickshaw, the hand-pulled cart. So I have to hire a small hand-pulled cart to bring all the items I got as bhiksha to my guru. So I hired a small vehicle and brought the whole thing and put it at the feet of both the gurus, and I realized, understand, that was one of the greatest realization I had. I should not be bothered about imaginary opinions of others. I tell you, the liberation that happened at that moment is still now useful for me. Next day I had a chance to talk to both my friends. They were asking me, hey, why were you going for bhiksha in all the shops? Did you do any prayer, or is it any divine commitment? In villages we have a habit that if somebody is sick, they pray to Venkateshwara and Kuladevata, that they will go for bhiksha and bring and offer it in the undi. Still we do that. Every Puratasi month, all the Vaishnavas, they go for bhiksha and take it and offer it to Vishnu temple, and Shaivites every Margasirsha month go for bhiksha and offer it to the Shiva temple. They asked, when both the friends asked me that, hey, did you have any prayer? Why were you begging? In the mind I was thinking, only you fellows are responsible for my begging. And only now I understand, you guys did not even have the idea which I was thinking you guys will be having. Understand, if you understand this one truth, the amount of time you are wasting in your life without moving towards your goal will be cut 80%. I am telling you. My idea that this is what they will be thinking, even though they are not thinking, and even if they are thinking, that should not be postponing or pushing my decisions and my actions. But imagining this is what they will be thinking and not doing what I am supposed to do. Please understand, this is one of the most powerful, sickening patterns in which all of us are stuck. Sickening pattern. Yes, if I worked on completion, I myself would have got out of that pattern, but when I am 50, fortunately, I had that implicit surrender to Guru Walk. It only took 50 minutes for me to get out. When I was going and doing bhiksha, I just know the pattern. There is some pattern, that is the reason, some reason. Something is not right in me, that is the reason I did not take that prasad and just come and came back. Not taking the temple prasad and coming back is too small act. It's not a big thing. And if they just shout from where they are sitting, the priest himself will bring and give it. Because it was only audible distance. They were sitting inside the temple only. They could have shouted, hey, get the Nivedyam, and he would have came and given. The act is too small, but they know the reason is too bad. That pattern cannot be allowed to live in me.
Whenever I say you will be able to trust others, you always think you are like a child, small puppy baby, weak in the hands of others. No. That visualization and imagination that you are weak when you trust others is wrong. You trusted others when you were a baby is different. But that is like a powerless, no option trust. But the real trust is the trust you have with Guru. Even when you have multiple options and choices, and you know he loves you and he has the best for you, much more than what you can think. His being can manifest in you much more than what you can think. That is the trust, integrity. That integrity is what I want as Guru Dakshina. Whoever has that integrity, I can make Paramashiva manifest in you. Listen to this carefully. Ability to trust the Guru, knowing that he is my visionary. He has great vision for me than what I can imagine. And he has a great love for me than the love I have for me. And he is capable than me to manifest best for me. Having this trust on Guru and surrendering is integrity. I expect this as a Guru Dakshina for manifesting Paramashivoham in you. So, see this part again and again and again, then you will understand what I am trying to convey. Whenever I say you will be able to trust others, you always think you are like a child, small puppy baby, weak in the hands of others. No. That visualization and imagination that you are weak when you trust others is wrong. You trusted others when you were a baby is different. But that is like a powerless, no option trust. But the real trust is the trust you have with Guru. Even when you have multiple options and choices, and you know he loves you and he has the best for you, much more than what you can think. His being can manifest in you much more than what you can think. That is the trust, integrity. That integrity is what I want as Guru Dakshina. Whoever has that integrity, I can make Paramashiva manifest in you. Listen to this carefully. Ability to trust the Guru, knowing that he is my visionary. He has great vision for me than what I can imagine. And he has a great love for me than the love I have for me. And he is capable than me to manifest best for me. Having this trust on Guru and surrendering is integrity. I expect this as a Guru Dakshina for manifesting Paramashivoham in you. So, see this part again and again and again, then you will understand what I am trying to convey. Sometimes you will suddenly have some conflict inside you, some fear, some insecurity, some desire, some greed, some problem. 2 days you will be constantly thinking, nagging about it inside. Suddenly you will find a solution. And you will be so peaceful, blissful, joyful for next 2 days. But after 2 days again, you will forget the solution. The same problem will be nagging you. And 2 days you will suffer with the same problem, nagging. After 3-4 days, again you will find the same solution which you forgot. And suddenly you will be free from that suffering, nagging. You will be happy. After a week, again you will forget the solution. Again you will be having the same nagging, same problem, same torture. How many of you go through this? This is what I call pattern. Understand? You will find the same solution for the same problem, forget the same solution, again be caught in the same problem. After a few days, again forget the same solution, caught in the same problem. Again you will remember the same solution, feel free from the problem. Again you will be. You see, the problem and solution will be same. Forgetting, remembering. Forgetting, remembering. And sometimes you will even write it on the wall. Next time when I have this problem, I should remember this solution. You write it on the wall or tattoo it on your body. Anything you do, again you will forget. This is what I call pattern. Yesterday, when you were rewriting, reliving your whole story and completing, how many of you discovered all your sufferings have a certain pattern? Raise your hand. All these patterns have a source. How many of you are not able to find all your sufferings have same pattern? Raise your hand. Yesterday all of you wrote all the pains you remember about you, your life. Am I right? Understand? First time when you became powerless, the inner image you built, outer image you showed, life image you created, that is called root pattern. That's the first pattern on which you build your whole life. In Sanskrit we have a word, Moola Vasana. The first pattern, the first Vasana. In Saiva Siddhanta we say, Mala. First impurity, first Mala. Moola Vasana, Moola original pattern, the root pattern. Please understand, it always develops before the age of 7.
If you have enough guts to live, the identity which is changing every day, knowing this whole thing is meaningless, you develop a powerful energy which makes you as a high achiever. I tell you, anybody who is lying down in the couch says he is an enlightened, never believe. Ramana Maharshi was never lying down in the couch. All his photographs are taken when he was lying down in the couch. That does not mean whole life he was lying down in the couch. No. He used to cook and grind flour using those days traditional stone grinding machine. In those days, Indian villages, there used to be a grinding machine. Women used to grind rice and everything. Now that grinding machine has taken two incarnations. One, the grinder, automatic electric grinder, another one, the belly. Because this is stopped, this has grown. No, in those days they used to do all this, then this was not growing. Now this is done by some electrical machinery and this grinder grows. Ramana Maharshi used to grind rice every day. Once the Tapasyananda Swami, a Mahapurusha from Ramakrishna Mission, he was the vice president of Ramakrishna Mission, he translated Bhagavatam, amazing English translation, Mahapurusha. He goes to see Ramana Maharshi. He asked somebody, where is Bhagavan? They said, go to the kitchen, he will be there. He entered the kitchen, he saw some 10 men are doing some work, washing the vessel, cooking. One was grinding, another one was cutting vegetable. He couldn't understand, or he can't identify who is Ramana Maharshi. He went to the man who was grinding and asked, who is Ramana Maharshi? Exactly, he is Bhagavan. Then Bhagavan looked this side and that side and showed one big brass vessel, anda, saying that Ramana. He showed the finger and said Ramana. Tapasyanji could not understand. He looked and said, this is Ramana. Bhagavan said, at least on that name Ramana is written, so that can be considered as it will be more Ramana than this body. Because in that vessel, Ramanasham name is written. He said, if you give the title Ramana to that vessel, that will be more apt than giving the title Ramana to this body, because it is not written on this body. Then immediately Tapasyananda understood he is Ramana Maharshi and fell at the feet. Ramana Maharshi was never a couch potato, understand. A man who was merged in existence, experienced existence, can never be a couch potato. He will be naturally a high achiever, maybe in different dimensions. Being a high achiever is one of the important, uncoverable quality of enlightened being. The whole thing, I can see, boils down to pushing you towards the transcendental awareness happening in you. Constantly Vyasa, Badarayana is getting you back to the transcendental awareness. If I have to reveal the sacred secret, if I have to reveal what I am going to talk for next half an hour, for example, you say, Swamiji, next half an hour I don't have time to sit, I have to run for the other work. Can you just tell me in one statement so that I can hear and run? I am going to say, get back to witnessing consciousness. Do not be satisfied in the space where the attainer retains even a scratch of individual identity. Please understand, when I use the word here Brahma Sutra, I use the word more like the process of awakening the inner space. When you start living based on this sutra, which says that be established on the space where the achiever and achieved is one and the same. Do not be in a space where the achiever and achieved are visibly felt as different.
Nithyananda? Yes. So beautifully, Swamiji revealed to all of us about what is exactly karma. What does karma mean? Swamiji explained how karma is not the set of actions. One very powerful part Swamiji explained was how it is everything, and everything is recorded in the cosmos only as a sound. There's no video recording, there's only audio recording that's going on. And only the violence that is caused, any violence, even whether the violence towards yourself or the violence we cause to others, that is what is recorded in the cosmos as bad karma. When you do not cause violence, any action you do only comes under the good karma. Swamiji explained this so beautifully and so amazingly with series of different powerful cognitions. And I just wanted to say these cognitions, you all would have seen the years. It's been like last so many years Swamiji's been revealing about this. If you found today's sessions helpful for you and you found powerful cognitions and shifts, cognition shifts, transformations happening to you, take a moment and please share about this in your social media handles. I hope all of you enjoyed today's sessions. With this, we come to the conclusion of today's sessions. Ma Bharati, but do not worry. Swamiji's blessings are there with you. Just sit and Swamiji will take care. Just come and attend the darshan. Swamiji will heal you. Okay, do not worry. Now with this, I come to the conclusion of today's sessions. Let's conclude today's day with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivoham Level-3 Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Let's meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting with yoga. Nithyanandam.